Hi everybody, welcome to another Chats with Chaudhry, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Andrew Whytock, or Andy as I'm going to call him anyway, who is the head of digitalization for Pharma at Siemens. And today we are going to be talking about what Siemens are showcasing at the upcoming Achema Pulse, which is running live from the 15th to the 16th of June, but also the platform itself will be live from June the 1st for a month. So Andy, it's lovely to see you, mate. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? Suffering a bit with lockdown, but we survive, right?
Well, the UK is now almost fully open, mate. I mean, we already had all the pubs, bars, and shops
Don't go
open,
there. I know you don't need to make me jealous.
and full opening in 5 weeks, subject to the Indian variant, of course. So we shall see
Yes.
how that goes.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to see you. So where are you calling in from today?
Yeah, I'm in Germany actually. So Nuremberg, Germany. So in our headquarters team for the business segment for Pharma, as you already said. So
Fantastic.
yeah, Germany.
So before we start talking about what Siemens are showcasing at Achema Pulse, I'll try and say it properly with the right accent, Achema Pulse. Could you give viewers a very quick background on your own sort of role within Siemens, a little bit about your background and also about Siemens as well?
Okay, yeah, of course. So, I'm working, as I said, in Germany in our headquarters team. I'm in part of a team of concentrating on our pharma business, our pharma segment. So that's talking about the solutions that Siemens brings to pharma manufacturers. And my role within that is looking at the digital solutions and the future solutions and working with both our customers, but also our product teams on the way in which we're sort of coming up and meeting the challenges of tomorrow, but also of today. A lot of it's around Industry 4.0, digitalization, of course. At a personal level, I'm involved with the ISPE, the Pharma 4.0 Committee and the Bioforum Tech Roadmap and the Digital Tech Roadmap. So these are things that I'm involved in on behalf of Siemens, but great opportunities to engage with the pharma community or the pharma customers quite regularly and exchanging quite often on these sorts of topics.
Brilliant. Well, let's talk about Achema Pulse. So what are the main solutions that Siemens will be talking to visitors about?
Well, as you may know, Siemens has quite a lot of things that we talk about, and we're obviously usually really proud to have, I think it's usually the biggest, if I may say so, stand in Achema, Hall 7, if I remember rightly.
Well, that's where we first met, actually, 2018.
That's right. 3 years ago, you came by, and I think right at the other end of the fairground, we gave you a coffee or something like that. I can't remember, but as you remember, it's huge, and there's so many different things that we're talking about. And of course, what we want to do is we're talking about things like digitalization, digital twins, process control, but also instrumentation and smart infrastructure, data analytics and services, and many, many different things that the people I'm hoping here are familiar with Siemens, but probably not necessarily all of the different things that we do have. What's important, I suppose, is to say that these are solutions and technologies and people, right, that are focusing on the process industries and specifically chemical and pharma, and the solutions that we're bringing again today and tomorrow for these customers. I mean, should I go on? IoT, mechanistic modeling, clouds, all sorts of different things.
All right, well, let's focus on some of them. So why are they important, and what issues do some of them help customers address? Because you mentioned quite a lot there. So if we maybe sort of drill down to just a few specific
maybe I think one of the ways that that I think is a nice way to put this is we have a motto. We always have a motto for these trade shows, and this time it's simply realize the digital transformation. And I think that sort of sums it up really. There's that element of simplification and simplicity and that realization to really do the digital transformation. So I've got some nice examples which I'll be sharing during the show. We have a lot of different topics and events, and I'll talk about those in a minute, but where we are talking about the digital twin that we've built, what we call the digital process twin, a project with our partner Atos at GSK, and the vaccines role, where we built a process twin, a digital twin, to be able to get some insights into modification of a vaccine process. But why do that? For waste, to make it cheaper and more efficient and to reduce the large amounts of waste that they have there. Another example, which we're really proud about and talking in the press recently, is around BioNTech. So the COVID-19 factory that they took over, or the vaccine factory they took over from Novartis in Marburg, last autumn. That's now, running full steam ahead, producing vaccines. And that's, a 2.5 month to 3 month project that we delivered with them. So speed, efficiency, these types of things. So these are examples in the pharma space. Obviously, I'm very focused on pharma space, but we also talking about enabling, the key topic for my colleagues in chemical is the digital worker, enabling the bringing together all of that information, whether it's around guiding a person, an operator, or a business leader to get the transparency, but also around asset performance and equipment management and these sorts of things. Lots of different things, really, I suppose. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's quality, speed, efficiency, cost, these types of topics. Yeah.
Brilliant. I mean, and obviously digital is now such a huge topic anyway, because over the last 12 months or 18 months, I'm sure you'll agree, whereas a lot of companies would have talked about digital, what happened with the pandemic forced them to actually get into digital and actually commit to it, whereas before they might have been sitting on the fence previously or saying it's a nice idea and it's a nice spend, but we'll leave it, or they were sitting back maybe. But I think
it's definitely
accelerated it all, haven't they?
It accelerates it. It gives people more familiarity and more justification to do it. There's lots of different elements to that in terms of virtual commissioning and training, in terms of the interoperability with us as a partner delivering these projects, globally and remotely, let's say, but also just using technology, and also the people accepting it and adopting it. I think that's obviously one of the challenges that I see in pharma, is this sort of acceptance, the change sort of part. I think pharma companies do want to change and they do want to implement digitalization, but you always get this element of regulations and it's difficult and what if, and and this, having data available, using the cloud, these sorts of things. It's not all suddenly happened in the last year, but it helps people, right? It's really stimulated that thinking about doing things. And biggest challenge has been actually trying to manage everything at once, because our pharma customers, as you can imagine, haven't been sitting on their hands, let's say, for the last 12 months. They've been all really pretty busy guys, right, and girls. So it's always been that's always been the challenge. Yeah, definitely. And it's also, even for you, Riz, right? Even you've been adopting digital even more, right, in the last 12 to 18 months.
Oh yeah, well, I always loved digital anyway, because I've always thought, digital is a great way to sort of communicate to a lot of people, particularly on a low budget, in all honesty. Yeah. So there you go. But looking ahead then, I mean, at the event, I mean, I know Siemens has got loads going on at Achema Pulse. So what are some of the things that people should be looking out for if they attend Achema Pulse?
Yeah, so one of the things, so I'm really excited about it because some people may already know me. I do a lot of presentations and I'm always talking about our pharma team. But what the Siemens guys are doing this time, we're doing like a TV program style called Siemens and Guests. And I'm going to be a presenter, like a moderator. So meeting and helping our senior management, so Cedric Nijker and Eckhard Eberle, our CEOs of Digital Industries and Process Automation, to discuss with our customers, what we're calling Siemens and Guests. So with companies like BioNTech and Sartorius and Vaca and GSK and Lanxess, so big pharma chemical companies, about some of the challenges that they've been facing and adopting, and we've been collaborating with them on. So things like the digital twin, things like the digital worker that I was talking about. So we're going to do this TV program. It's quite exciting. It's going to be I'm told, a bit like a breakfast TV style, quite informal, getting lots of different insights, inputs, and hopefully some surprises as well. Probably even surprises for me. Who knows? Yeah, should be really good. But so we have that TV sort of channel, if you like, with this breakfast TV Siemens and Guests thing. But we also have loads of really good technical content going on in parallel. So we have pitches. So there's going to be 35 short 15-minute pitches on very specific topics such as MTP or infrastructure, machine building, all sorts of different things.
Give me, what does MTP stand for?
MTP, so the modular type package, so that's the modularization, the plug and play, if you like. So talking about plugging and being able to set up these plants very quickly. There's these pitches, there's the workshops. So I think these can be signed up on the future of process control, which our product management from process control are running. The digital worker simulation. There's another really cool thing which they're showing is something called EASY, EASIE, which is voice activated process control, a bit like a Siri for process control, process automation. So that's something as well, which
that sounds really interesting.
Which people hopefully will be able to find on the agenda. But there's also live talks on smart instrumentation and sensors and condition monitoring, on robotics. And a personal favorite of mine is in fact, it won the award at Achema 3 years ago for an innovation. Can't remember the exact title, but it was the AGV, so the automated guided vehicles that we're providing. And that's obviously been developed, and Nikki and my colleague there will be giving an update there in conjunction with my colleagues from the RFID, RTLS, so tracking and tracing division there. Then we have talks on the Achema channel as well. So management and customers will be also discussing some of these different challenges that they're seeing and that they're working on, let's say. On is it the live stage or the live channel? I'm not quite sure what they call it.
Yeah,
live stage, yeah. So, but I suppose the most important thing actually, though, Riz, which is really important, there's lots of great content out there. But for me and for Siemens, Achema is always a really important thing to meet people. Like you said, I met you 3 years ago, and we're also mobilizing a team of people to be available for dialogue, for one-to-one talk. So it's not just a passive come and see the content. Yes, that's there, but we're hoping that that's a way that people can come and find out something, but then follow up, and the people will be available on the platform. And I say people, that's experts, engineers. I'm not sure which one of them I would be, but there'll be networking, ability to talk with the management if need be. And we really want this to be a interactive networking event, which I think is the spirit of Achema Pulse this year. It's not just another conference, not just another set of webinars, but to really have that ability to interact. And as I said, I've been helping our colleagues to sort of build up and bring the people on board. So we will have a lot of people available, and we really hope that people take that opportunity to get those one-to-one meetings and just have those general discussions. Yeah, it's not just about a buying thing or whatever. We want to meet people because we want to talk to people. Everyone we want to talk to find out what's going on and what they're doing. And I think that's what we miss, right, in these times, these sorts of informal discussions.
And I was fortunate enough to attend the press run that they had a few weeks ago, and I have to say that the platform does allow people to, as you said, interact not just through the standard chat boxes and maybe sending an email to each other, but also, as you say, you've got video conference facilities and everything there. So there is a real opportunity to engage, and hopefully with the content you've got, you'll encourage people to do that. And I would recommend anybody who attends Achema Pulse to certainly use the platform and engage with the people, because you get so much more out of it if you're actually having those conversations as well as just watching the content. It's a really great opportunity to meet some real experts. I'm not just saying for Siemens, but for everybody there, but it's a real great opportunity. And that's how you should be utilizing the conferences, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so important. As I said, it's the thing we miss, and it's important to us. And we put a lot of effort to engage internally to get the people there and make sure they're available. And it's a two-way thing, right? We want the people to come to us as well, right? So hopefully that will work. Yeah. Well, who knows?
Well, Andy, that's fantastic. So what I will do is I will put a link up above the video of access direct to your booth, and also a link for people to register for tickets, because I've actually got a free code so people can actually get free tickets to Achema. So I will put that above this video as well. So if you want to register for Achema, you can do that for free using the link above the video. But also there's loads of stuff, as Andy said, which Siemens are doing around digitalization, and lots of fantastic topics, as he's already discussed. So if you've got any interest in those, then please register and check out Achema Pulse and the Siemens booth and the Siemens talks. But also, if you've got any questions for Andy now, leading up to the event, he'll be delighted, I'm sure, to engage with you. So please leave comments below the video and also message him directly, because he is, as he says, very active on LinkedIn himself. So he'll be more than willing to actually respond to you, I'm sure. So I'm speaking for you, Andy, but I'm sure that's the case, isn't it?
Definitely true. Yeah, no, I like it. I like those conversations. And every time I make a presentation, I say, follow me on LinkedIn. I try to make my content general, not just Siemens focused, but I'm really, really keen to engage with people and to discuss these topics, not necessarily just to buy things off people, right? But to have those discussions. And that's, again, I really miss that interaction we have, but through conferences, through events, and LinkedIn has been a good way to sort of keep that discussion going. And definitely follow me as well as follow Riz, and I'd be very keen to engage. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Provide more info. If you've got any questions directly to me about any of the content, I mean, you can follow those links, of course, and I'm sure you'll find it. But very happy to do that.
Well, Andy, that's all I've got time left to say for you now, because I know you're a very busy man preparing for this event, is to say thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to me this afternoon. I much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wish you
Thanks,
lots of
thanks for the
success.
opportunity, Riz.
Yeah,
Take
and good
care.
luck being the host of all those talks. I'm very jealous
Yeah,
now that
tell me about it.
you'll be doing my job shortly. So, good luck with that. I hope you have a great event and a great
Cheers.
hosting and a
Looking
great
forward to it.
conversation.
Bye,
And
mate.
thank you all for watching. I hope you found that useful. As I said, if you've got any questions for Andy, leave them below the video. Register using the link. It is free. And check out the Siemens booth and activity. We've got loads of stuff going on. So thank you very much. And until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.